Hi friends, welcome back to Super English Lessons. Today we will talk about a very serious, emotional, and important topic. Something many people learn too late in life.
Hello friends, glad to see you again. And today's topic may feel a little uncomfortable, maybe a little painful, maybe even shocking, but it is something every man and every woman must hear at least once. Be careful who you have a child with.
This is not a light topic. It's not cute, it's not easy, it's not romantic. It's real life. And real life sometimes hits harder than we expect.
And many of our viewers asked for this topic. People wrote stories. People asked questions. People said, I wish someone warned me when I was young.
Yes, and today we want to warn you, teach you, protect you, and help you think clearly. Because a child is not just a small person. A child connects you to someone for life. Even if the relationship ends, the connection stays.
Exactly. And many people regret not the child, never the child, but the person they chose to have a child with.
So today we will discuss psychology, trauma, red flags, unhealthy partners, co-parenting problems, emotional danger, and how childhood trauma affects adult choices.
And we will do it in simple English, slow, clear, and with deep meaning.
Let's start with a real story shared by a woman online. We will retell it in our own words with safety and respect.
Yes, it begins like this. A woman said, I do not regret my daughter, but I regret the man I had her with.
Already powerful. She explained she escaped an abusive, unstable home only to fall into another abusive relationship because trauma blinded her to red flags.
She married the man, had a daughter, and left him soon after because the abuse became impossible to survive.
She said co-parenting was a nightmare. Every time he came to the door to pick up the child, he would comment things like, "Why are you wearing lip gloss? Who are you trying to impress?"
That is controlling behavior, insecurity, jealousy, emotional abuse.
Then, she said something even scarier. One day, while she was at work and he stayed home with the child, he secretly went through her closet and drawers, took photos of her clothes and underwear, and sent them to her later, asking, "Who is this for?"
That is not love. That is obsession. That is control. That is emotional violence.
Yes, and the woman begged people, please be careful who you have a child with. Not everyone deserves to be connected to your life forever.
She also explained she didn't see the red flags because she grew up in an abusive home. When you grow up with chaos, chaos feels normal.
Exactly. Trauma changes your radar. Your internal filter breaks. You miss warning signs because toxic behavior feels familiar.
And that's why this topic is so important. Many people enter relationships emotionally blind.
Now, let's talk about the psychology behind this. Why do people with trauma choose dangerous partners?
Because the brain wants what it knows, even if what it knows is unhealthy.
Yes, psychologists call this trauma pattern repetition. The mind repeats the emotional environments it grew up in, not because it wants pain, but because it wants familiarity.
So a person raised around shouting may think shouting is normal communication. A person raised around jealousy may think jealousy equals love. A person raised around emotional coldness may think warmth is suspicious.
And when they meet a calm, stable, healthy person, they feel bored or confused. But when they meet someone unstable, controlling, dramatic, they feel chemistry. But it's not chemistry. It's trauma recognition.
Exactly. Many viewers here need to hear this. Chemistry is not always love. Sometimes chemistry is your childhood trying to repeat itself.
Now, let's talk about the consequences once a child enters the picture. A child does not fix a broken person. A child does not make an abuser kind. A child does not heal jealousy, control, addiction, or anger.
A child actually increases stress, responsibility, emotions, and pressure. If the relationship was unstable before, it becomes worse.
That's why psychologists repeat this simple advice. Do not have a child with someone hoping they will change. They won't. A child does not change people. It exposes them.
Yes. And the woman from the story said the moment she became pregnant, he became even more controlling and aggressive. Not softer, not kinder.
And co-parenting with an unstable partner is one of the hardest experiences a person can face.
Because you can't escape. You must communicate. You must coordinate. You must hand your child to someone you do not trust.
That creates fear, anxiety, stress, emotional pain. Many people develop panic attacks because of this.
And unfortunately, the legal system often does not protect people enough unless there is extreme proof.
Now, let's talk about something crucial. Many people repeat toxic cycles because they rush into relationships.
Yes, they fall in love fast. They ignore red flags. They ignore intuition. They assume he's just stressed, or she's just emotional, or it will get better.
But what you see in the first 6 months is usually the truest version of the person.
If they are jealous early, they will be worse later. If they are controlling early, they will be dangerous later. If they disrespect you early, they will destroy your peace later.
People think marriage improves relationships. It doesn't. Marriage magnifies what already exists.
And having a child magnifies it even more.
Now, let's talk about self-blame. Many viewers might think, why was that woman so blind? Why didn't she see the red flags?
Because trauma changes the brain. Because love clouds logic. Because hope makes people ignore danger. Because loneliness makes people accept less than they deserve.
But she learned. She grew. She protected her daughter. And in the end, the man disappeared from their lives. And that was the biggest blessing.
Her message to the world was simple. Please be careful. Please choose wisely. A child connects you forever. Not everyone deserves that connection.
Now, let's expand this topic even more because we want to teach deeply, not superficially.
Yes. Let's talk about early signs, red flags people often ignore.
Red flag 1, extreme jealousy. If someone accuses you for wearing makeup, clothes, perfume, talking to friends, that is not love.
Red flag 2, control. If someone checks your phone, messages, social media, location, that is danger.
Red flag 3, emotional instability. Someone who explodes, cries, apologizes, repeats, cycle of chaos.
Red flag 4, disrespect. Insults, yelling, humiliation, mocking, ignoring feelings.
Red flag 5, isolation. When they push you away from friends, family, hobbies, independence.
People think, but I love them. Love is not enough. Respect is more important. Safety is more important. Peace is more important.
Now, let's talk about why society fails to teach this.
Because society romanticizes love. Movies show passion, drama, jealousy as something exciting.
Yes, jealousy is shown as, he loves me so much. No, jealousy is emotional insecurity.
Society also tells women your value isn't being a mother, and tells men your value isn't being providing.
So people sometimes rush into parenthood for the wrong reasons. Pressure, fear, expectations, age panic.
And later, they face consequences they were never warned about.
That's why conversations like this are important. Your partner's character matters more than anything.
Their kindness matters. Their emotional stability matters. Their mental health matters. Their maturity matters.
Because these qualities decide what kind of parent they will be.
And if a person cannot control themselves, they cannot care for a child.